Well, now we know what M's been up to for the last few years. He's been chilling with Jesus, learning how to walk on water and shit. I mean, rap God wasn't enough, nigga, fuck. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got a track review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new track that just fucking dropped from one of the most iconic MCs and artists of our generation, of pretty much all goddamn time. He's considered one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT, and now he's back with some new shit, and apparently he learned some new tricks. He can walk on water and all this shit. I don't know, I mean, that's what it says, so we're gonna figure it out. This motherfucker's back. He dropped the new shit. He learned with Jesus. I mean, maybe he just turned over a new leaf. Maybe he just found a new, part of his life that he's just trying to show us all. Maybe, I don't know. You better not be going Christian or gospel, because it ain't gonna work out at all. Talking about the new track from Eminem featuring Beyonce entitled Walk on Water. Now, everybody knows who Eminem is. I ain't even gonna get into that shit, but he's been silent for the past few years. This is his first official single since he released the Marshall Mathers LP2, which I was just mad on. Honestly, y'all, I haven't really enjoyed an Eminem project since Eminem Show, which was a long fucking time ago. He's been on sort of like a steady decline quality-wise for me, but I still give respect where his new M is still one of the greatest, but just his album catalog has just been suffering a bit for me personally. But, you know, I always know there's always a chance that you can turn that shit around, and maybe it's this time right here that M is ready to turn shit around and get back on that path that we know he can. So now let's see if Walk on Water is the perfect single to do that, or if he should just, you know, drop in the water and flail around. No, don't drown, Em. I think you can swim. I hope you can, because if not, you fuck, nigga, or have somebody throw you a raft. I don't know, but you need to stop this shit. Let's talk about shit. Now, when I first put on the track and I listened to the production on here, which is probably the most unique and different sounding Eminem production ever, this is pretty much a soft ballad. There's no beat, really. There's no bass, no drums. It's like this piano ballad, some soft shit, and then you got Beyonce on the hook singing some more soft shit. So you're like, what the fuck is this shit, Em? It's all like smooth and mellow and depressive and shit, and it's just like something that you do not expect or we have never heard of from M as far as the single's concerned. And don't get me wrong, the ballad is a beautiful piece of music, but it's just something that we would never expect to hear Eminem rap over at all, and it's just something that's just completely different than what he's done in his entire career. And now when it comes to Eminem, he's talking about how pretty much he feels he's in a space right now where he just can't do any right. He's getting criticized over and over again. He's not being, you know, as heralded as he was as an MC and a lyricist. Everybody's picking apart his flow, his lyricism, his delivery, everything like that, and he's just buckling under the pressure from that shit, as well as him realizing that his album sales are down, the landscape of the game is changing, and he feels like he's out of place right now with this shit, and how he just wants everybody to realize that he's just a regular fucking dude who so happens to rap immaculately. That's what it is. But I mean, you Eminem, dude, you have paved your way, you have carved your way into greatness at a level that most motherfuckers could never attain, especially in hip hop. So as he's on that pedestal, I mean, like, he got himself there, but at the same time, I think he kind of regrets being in that position because he just can't handle all the pressure and being able to maintain that for so fucking long. And as an artist myself, I can sympathize with M a little bit on that, but also I think, like, yo, if you really feel this way, you need to go in the studio and just crank out a crazy fucking album and a crazy fucking single to get people thinking, okay, this motherfucker is back 100%. That's what happened with Jay-Z. Like, everybody was doubting him and said he's washed up, then he drops 444, and everybody was like, holy shit, Jay ain't went nowhere. He's still at the top of the game. And that's pretty much what M has to do, but instead, I feel like he feels he needs to, like, get this out and just express this. Now, the thing about this song is it's an okay song. I don't think it's garbage, but I also don't think it's great. I think it's a necessary song that M is doing to build up to something else. I have a feeling like this is one song he's gonna drop, especially because they got a Beyonce feature on it. It's different, and he just wanted to kind of like get people talking about it. And now the next single that he drops pretty much has to be super fucking crazy, because if not, it's gonna be useless that he made this song. Especially at the tail end of this song, you kind of hear like it's leading into a new song, and also he's been apologetic this entire song. Then at the end, he's like, well, you know what? I'm just a man, but with this mic, I'm God. Like, bitch, I wrote Stan. He did write Stan. That was a good fucking song. I'm not gonna lie, it's just classic. So he's probably leading into something where he's just gonna go crazy and just bring us back that old M where he was just going off and everybody was like, this motherfucker cannot be fucked with. But overall, I think this song just serves as a commercial conversation piece that's gonna get on the charts and just get everybody talking about Eminem again. It's not meant to, you know, feed the hip hop heads and just the lyricism and everything like that we get from M. I think the next song's gonna be that, because if it's not, then I don't know what the fuck's M doing with this next album. I think it's called Revival, but we don't see, because I mean, apparently he's got something planned. I mean, M wouldn't make a song like this for no fucking reason. I mean, unless he wants to change everything, but I seriously doubt it. I think this is really leading up to something bigger, so we just don't have to fucking see. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Eminem Walk on Water is an overall decent single that really just showcases a new side of Eminem on all levels, but at the same time, it doesn't give us that M that we want and really are craving for, but I think it's gonna lead into something else. All I'm saying is that The single on here, as far as production-wise, is different. The music is good, but it's just something that, you know, you really won't, it won't grab onto you, it won't latch onto you. It's something where you just gotta, like, you know, deal with the shit. Beyonce's hook on here is really good. She sounds good on here, but it's still an out-of-place situation where you just don't feel like Eminem and Beyonce, even though those are two huge names. I mean, you just didn't picture that shit to come out the way that it did. And Eminem himself is not spazzing out lyrically. He's really doing this self-reflection thing where he's just pretty much talking about how he feels about this situation. And it's something I feel like he just really wanted to get off his chest, but it's gonna lead into a bigger, more crazier lyrical monster that I hope we're gonna get in the next single. So all I gotta say is that for me, Eminem, Walk on Water is not Granddad approved, but I will give it a Granddad recommended. So go check it out. It's out right now. You can listen to it like everywhere. It's pretty much everywhere. You know, wherever the fuck you listen to music, it's gonna be on that motherfucker. And we just gotta wait and see what M does with this, because it's a very, very interesting choice for a first single, especially for Eminem, but I think it's gonna lead into something else that we're gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker's doing crazy shit. If not, then I don't know what the fuck M is doing, but I guess we're gonna fucking see. But I got nothing more to say. Eminem, Walk on Water, as Granddad recommended. So go check out the shit right fucking now. Flip it. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Eminem, Walk on Water featuring Beyonce if you've heard it. If you have not heard it, like I said, it's a very different song than we've ever heard from Eminem. I get what he's saying here, but it's just something that I wish we would have got a crazier single. But maybe this serves as a purpose for something bigger. Like I said, we'll just have to see. But it's a decent song overall. Previous videos on the side as well as my latest single. Check that out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the Cuphead videos. That shit's out. Patreon, show your boy some love on that. And everything else, info is below. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Eminem, Walk on Water. Maybe you wasn't working with Jesus. Maybe he was like, no, motherfucker, only I, Chris Angel, and David Blaine can walk on water. Get the fuck on and just keep rapping. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why he's so sad. I'm out of here.